In the 15th century, a man was born who would change the face of art and science forever. He was more than just an artist. He was a visionary, a polymath whose insatiable curiosity knew no bounds. But nobody knew at that time that this child from a humble village in Tuscany would later sketch designs for flying machines and dissect human bodies, drawing revelations that would confound the world for centuries. This is the life of Leonardo da Vinci, a genius like no other. /n/n born on April 15, 1452, in the small town of Vinci, Leonardo was the illegitimate son of Ser Piero da Vinci, a notary, and a peasant girl named Caterina. Raised primarily by his father and stepmother, Leonardo showed prodigious talents early on. Sketches of animals, plants, and people filled his notebooks, showcasing a remarkable eye for detail. But what was it that nurtured this gifted boy's early thoughts? Was it the lush landscapes of the Tuscan countryside, or perhaps the stories woven by local artisans? /n/ At the age of 14, Leonardo became an apprentice in the workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence, where he honed his craft among the finest artists of the time. His rise through the ranks was meteoric. Before long, he was painting alongside renowned figures such as Sandro Botticelli and Domenico Ghirlandaio. As admiration for his works grew, so too did his ambition. But, as history shows, success did not come without struggles. /n/ Despite his talent, he faced numerous obstacles. Rivals existed in every corner, and the competitive nature of the Renaissance put immense pressure on him. But the greatest struggle was one of his own making, a quest for perfection that led to countless unfinished projects. The adage, "A jack of all trades is a master of none," weighed heavily on him, frequently causing him to abandon artworks that he felt fell short of his lofty standards. /n/ Yet, amid this tumult, the world bore witness to his peak achievement. The year was 1503 when he began work on what would become one of the most famous paintings in art history, the Mona Lisa. What seemed like merely a portrait of a woman became an enigma, captivating viewers with her mysterious smile. Little did anyone know, this portrait would become a symbol of the Renaissance, adored and analyzed for centuries. /n/ But what happened next shocked the world. In 1519, at the age of 67, Leonardo succumbed to the illnesses of old age in Amboise, France, leaving behind a legacy that would inform countless generations of artists, scientists, and thinkers. The impact of his life's work would transcend not only the world of art, but also weave itself into the very fabric of modern innovation and inquiry. /n/ And even today, Leonardo da Vinci's influence can be felt in multiple spheres. His relentless pursuit of knowledge and his belief that art and science are interconnected resonate with anyone striving to challenge the status quo. The lessons gleaned from his unfinished works remind us of the beauty in imperfection and the importance of curiosity. As we navigate this modern era of rapidly changing ideas and technology, understanding Leonardo's contributions encourages us to embrace our inquiries, regardless of their completion or coherence. /n/ As we reflect on the life of Leonardo da Vinci, we perceive not just a painter or a scientist, but a man who laid the groundwork for future generations. His life, marked by brilliance and a constant questioning of the universe, teaches us the value of observation and imagination. We feel his presence in the art we admire, the innovations we create, and even in the everyday wonders that escape our notice. The span of his genius invites us to delve into the unknown and to marvel at the beauty that surrounds us. Leonardo da Vinci, a man whose vision transcended time, continues to inspire the spirit of inquiry in all of us. When we think of his legacy, we remember him not as a master of just one field, but as a beacon of human potential. We are all invited into the endless quest for understanding, endless as the life of Da Vinci himself, and as profound as the mysteries waiting to be unlocked. As we delve deeper into the life of Leonardo, we unearth the myriad layers that shaped this extraordinary man. Each sketch, each line on the canvas, told stories not simply confined to Renaissance Italy, but echoed through the ages, resonating with humanity's persistent quest for knowledge and beauty. Nee's passion for exploration extended beyond the realm of painting. The notebooks that littered his workspace contained not merely artistic endeavors, but a treasure trove of engineering concepts, anatomical studies, and ingenious inventions. One of the most astonishing aspects of Leonardo's genius was his ability to intertwine art and science seamlessly. He meticulously studied the human form through dissections, gaining insights that far surpassed those of his contemporaries. What drove him to explore the inner workings of the body, one may wonder. Was it mere curiosity, or did he foresee a deeper connection between art and the physical world? In the year was 1489 when Leonardo undertook a project that reflected his fascination with flight. Inspired by the birds he observed soaring in the Tuscan sky, he began designing a flying machine, a concept so ahead of its time that it stunned many who laid eyes on it. His sketches of flying devices, reminiscent of modern parachutes and helicopters, were rooted not in fantastical dreams, but in rigorous scientific investigation. This audacious vision illustrated the breadth of his intellect, one that couldn't simply be confined to traditional artistic constraints. He dedicated hours to studying the flight patterns of birds, drawing connections between art, mechanics, and the very principles of aerodynamics. Long before any scientific theories validated his thoughts, Yet, Leonardo was a man often ravaged by self-doubt. His quest for perfection and fear of failure haunted him, a shadow that accompanied him throughout his career. This internal turbulence led to the abandonment of several masterpieces, including the colossal horse statue commissioned by Ludovico Sforza, Duke of Milan. The sculpture, meant to honor Francesco Sforza, became another testament to Leonardo's struggle with completion. It was meant to be a triumph of his artistic vision, but upon its cancellation and subsequent destruction, a sense of loss enveloped him, reinforcing the notion that greatness is often edged with disappointment. In with the passage of years, Leonardo found himself increasingly drawn to the court of France. In 1516, seeking refuge from the political turmoil of Italy, he accepted an invitation from King Francis I, who recognized his unparalleled talents. Imagine the scene as the elderly artist arrived in Amboise, welcomed not merely as a painter, but as a sage holding the keys to secrets unspoken. In those final years, Leonardo immersed himself in the beauty of the French landscape, dedicating time to paint and reflect. Even in his twilight years, he transformed the royal court into a vibrant hub of artistic and intellectual exchange, leaving behind a legacy that transcended borders and disciplines. In Nina's last months, Leonardo produced a few of his final works, infusing each stroke with a dual sense of keen observation and profound emotion. One such piece, ironically unfinished, was a depiction of Saint John the Baptist, beautifully capturing the soul of its subject with haunting depth. The chiaroscuro techniques he perfected allowed light and shadow to play upon the canvas, breathing life into the figures he painted. Each line drawn echoed his relentless pursuit of understanding, the essence of humanity encapsulated in paint. In Leonardo's life came to a close on May 2, 1519. Although his physical form departed, his contributions to art, science, and human thought forged a legacy that would flourish for centuries. In the quiet hours of the night, the echoes of his intellect lingered in his workshop, urging patrons and artists alike to think beyond their confines. His insights into the natural world and human experience unlocked doors of creativity that had been untouched for far too long. In what truly set Leonardo apart was not merely his artistry, but his refusal to accept the world at face value. He exemplified the spirit of curiosity, a defining element of the Renaissance. His treatises on painting, knowledge of anatomy, and inventions laid the groundwork for fields as diverse as aviation and engineering. Even today, students of art and science draw inspiration from his interwoven legacy. The journals he filled with sketches and musings became playbooks for future artists and scientists alike, revealing the interconnectedness of all knowledge. a principle deeply relevant in our current age of specialization. In Leonardo's legacy didn't thrive solely through his finished works. It resided in his fraught relationship with perfection and completion. His numerous unfinished paintings and projects echoed a fundamental truth. The journey of creativity often involves depths of uncertainty. The lesson is palpable. It's not merely about